So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of my Football Transfer Diaries. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about Alexander Isak. And this is what David Ornstein has tweeted, in quote, Alexander Isak adamant he will not play for Newcastle again. Even if the window closes without exit, the 25-year-old views his Newcastle career as over and does not wish to reintegrate. The club says he's not for sale, but they are exploring the market amid Liverpool's interest, and the striker wants to go to Liverpool. But ladies and gentlemen, it is happening in real time. Isak has down tools, okay? He said, I am leaving whether you like it or you don't. And if you keep me here by force, I'm not playing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot has to be said with regards to how players are acting, especially in this transfer window. For some reason, contracts to players mean absolutely nothing. Now, what I understand about contracts, okay, is when you have a contract with someone, you have an obligation to see that contract out. This is why, oh my gosh, I would love to read a player contract. Like, I want to see a contract that is between a player and a club, because the way players are just down in tools and just saying, oh no, I'm not gonna play anymore and I'm going to sit and I'm just not gonna play, like, what do these player contracts have? Because from what my little knowledge about contract law, right, when someone, okay, breaches a contract, there has to be some repercussions to their actions. So for the players who, let's say, have got 5 years on their contract, right, and then they hear that there's an interest from another club, and then they want to go to that other club, and that club and their club, right, the club which they play for, is telling them like, yo, you can't go because your contract says 5 years. And then this player is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna down tools, I'm not gonna play anymore. Like, I would like to know what their contract states in that instance. And if that doesn't exist, I think a lot of clubs should wake up to the fact that these players are not caring about their contract, which is not right. Like yeah, I get it. We as fans enjoy it because we like hearing that, oh, Buemo wants to really come to Manchester United, so he doesn't want to go to training anymore. But like, guys, if you understand how contracts work, if you understand how the law of contract works, there has to be a repercussion for you breaching your contract. Like, what are the terms and conditions of these player contracts? Because somewhere in that contract, there has to be something that's saying like, yo, if you have 5 years on your contract and you hear that another club wants you and you force your way out, you have to pay us this penalty fee. Because I don't think what these players are doing is sustainable. And I say this because Garnacho is doing the same thing to Manchester United. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about Isak going on strike against Newcastle?